So, Bedford Blues 47, Leicester Tigers 28. Not quite the result we were hoping for to get that home Premiership Cup semi-final. I'm presuming Elan will get the 5 match points with their cancelled fixture against Jersey. It looks like we'll be playing them away from home in the Premiership Cup semi-final. Not quite the result we wanted. I think we were all a little bit shocked with the team he went with, and to be honest, after the result I was a bit annoyed maybe, because I feel like 4 or 5 first team squad players in there and we'd have won quite convincingly. But thinking about it, this was the only opportunity McKellar could really give these youngsters to make their debuts, to get action in the first team, and yeah, you can't complain about that. It's absolutely, the amount of things these lads will have learned from playing in a fixture like that will be gold dust for these youngsters. And say if you did put in a few first teamers, say, I don't know, Jamie Shilcock or someone, for example, and they got injured in that match yesterday, we'd all be shouting about it, wouldn't we? So I think with that probably was the right choice to give the youngsters a go. And shame we not got the home Premiership Cup semi-final, but we can't really complain too much about a semi-final, even if it is away from home. But onto the game, I think first half was pretty evenly contested. It was 2 pretty evenly matched sides. They scored a great try to start off with, a great backs move from inside their own half, with Litchfield scoring within the first 5 minutes. We hit back though. Lewis Chesham, charging down a box kick, gathering and then passing on to Woodward, who went under the posts, and then they hit back. Edwards losing the ball from the back of a scrum, and then they passed to the wing, and then they scored. And then we kind of got on top then. I think the set piece was very strong. We looked like the better drilled side maybe. Woodward scoring, the penalty try came first, a rolling maul that was like the first team, brilliant rolling maul that was heading towards the line. They brought it down illegally, got a penalty try, yellow card, and then just before the half time, Lewis Chesham stole another one of the line outs. I think he stole 3 in all total. And then we passed it to the wing. I think Gourlay kicked through, Browning chased hard, forced the mistake, and then Woodward gathered the loose ball and went over. So yeah, it was a promising first half, 21-12 going up at the break. And with the result of Exeter losing, I was like, oh, we can actually get first seed here. But absolute credit to Bedford. That second half, they were brilliant, scoring 5 tries. Their backs just absolute fair play to them. They scored some absolutely brilliant tries. They found a lot of change on our right wing. Obviously, Woolett went over for his debut try, but it kind of got caught out a bit in defence quite a few times. It's hard. It's hard when all these backline played together for the first time. Connectivity is always going to be really tough. But they really exploited our wings. I think maybe 3 or 4 of their tries in the second half was through our right wing. But again, as I said, absolute credit to Bedford. They scored some great tries. Their backs were lethal, quick, and they were brilliant. Really, you can tell why they were high up in the table of the Championship last season. It did feel a bit at times, especially when the subs came on, that it was men against boys, and that's because it was. There was a lot of lads making their first team debut, 19, 20 years old, up against seasoned Championship players, and it did feel a bit like that in the second half. But a lot of our players can hold their heads up very high. A lot of them put in a great shift, and showed that they're not that too far away from making regular first team action. Standouts for me, Joe Woodward. For me, I feel pretty confident in saying he will play Premiership Cup. I feel pretty confident saying he'll play in the Premiership this season. Yeah, I thought he had a very good game, carrying, tackling, his distribution. He looks up there to make that step up. He just looks brilliant. an absolute brilliant player. Similar style mould, 12 to Dan Kelly, but maybe a little bit lighter at the moment. But yeah, he's going to have a big future, no doubt about it. I think the front three, all three were very impressive. Very impressed with Archie van der Vlier, obviously making his debut. He more than held his own up against Heffernan. Heffernan being a very seasoned championship prop, played quite a bit for Northampton as well. Big unit, good carrying skills, set piece, he was solid. Think he'll be a real good player in a few years to come. Archie Vaines, every time I've watched him play, I'm impressed. I think he's got another one who's got a big future. Playing the full 80 minutes as well. Moved to the back row when Finn came on, and then Finn had a bit of issues with his throw-in, so Archie went back to throwing in, and he hit his arrows perfectly. Yeah, I was just very impressed with Archie again. And Dan Richardson, once again, in the first half, our scrum was really getting the edge, and ball in hand, he's another one that I really noticed. He was carrying really well, got involved quite a lot. I thought all front three, the starting front three, had very impressive games. Cliff making his debut, he just kept on running into a very solid Bedford defence. Yeah, fair play to him. I bet he was sore today. He did not stop running. But player of the match for me, it's got to be Lewis Chesham. Wow, what a combo we have in Lewis and Ollie. That could be our second row pairing for the next 10 years. Honestly, Lewis has just stepped up massively this season. He's not far away from making his Premiership debut either. He was just absolutely everywhere. Always know he's going to be a presence at the line out. Stole 3 line outs. One of them obviously led to the try. Never makes the scrum halves have easy box kicks. Always really making it pressure there. His work rate is excellent. He's very aggressive. He loves the confrontation, doesn't he? I think looking at the better sides, they'll try and play on that and really get under his skin. But I'm sure he'll just work on that, and he'll be able to control what we want, aggression. Aggression is what you want. It's easier to bring someone down rather than trying to get someone up for the game. Lewis Chesham, for me, he is an absolute excellent player, and he's got massive future ahead of him. But yeah, shame about the result. But as I said, great for these young lads to get some first team action. But all eyes now on the Premiership starting on Friday night at Bristol. But yeah, cannot wait for it.